What's going on, everybody? Lauren with the TMF podcast. We're going to do a recap on Microsoft stock. What happened today? What could happen tomorrow? What happened to me because I bought some Microsoft options? But first, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll get on right on into it. So, boom, Microsoft. Let's have a look at this day, right? So I have traded Microsoft on and off. Microsoft had a huge sell-off, right? Look at that. Just tanked down to this like high 279s, 270s. And I was buying Microsoft. I rode Microsoft up from 299 to 306 on a Friday with some ridiculous out of the money call options that printed so hard, like 800%. Unbelievable run up. So I am familiar with Microsoft in terms of its volatility and its ability to just grow legs and run the fuck out the room. So yesterday we saw a good run up on Microsoft. Now I wasn't day trading Microsoft yesterday. I was in SPY, but I was watching it and I was like, man, that was a hell of a play if you'd have got in on that. So going into today, I'm going to switch over here to the 10-minute chart. Going into today, we saw some rather frustrating price action, right? We saw a nice gap up pre-market. Boom. That Microsoft gapped up, 296 from a market close of like 293. It was beautiful. If you were in it, you were like, yeah, come on. So then we saw a dip, right? Market hit this morning, bell rang, everything kind of sold off into the bell. Everything I was watching kind of sold off, with the exception Costco. Costco did pretty good. So this thing tanks down 293, right? So it drops like $3. And I'm thinking, all right, we get a bounce. Let's follow it up. Let's load up on some 300 strike options because it had the momentum to get us to 300. They're out of the money. They were like 35 cents and a contract, not too crazy because they expire on Friday. And so we're just looking for a movement of like from 30 to 50. That's what I was looking for, 30 to 50. So bottom up, they went from 30 to 40, which was pretty stout, 41. And then we started getting this BS right here, this constant up, down. We're building higher lows, but the pullbacks are murdering those out of the money contracts. Then we saw this sudden, just slow bleed out back down to 294. Our support here was 293. When we look back here at this chart, we don't want to be below where we closed yesterday, where we built this little support shelf in the after hours. We want to stay above that. So we are still above that, which is positive. Now, what ended up happening, we got a low spike of the day and then a sell-off in the close. The options are down 58% going into tomorrow. And I loaded the boat, 73 contracts. So kept buying it as the dip got lower when it was down to 19, 18 cents. Just add one here, one there. Because at any time it could start that turnaround, right? Could start that U-turn. You get a spike like we see right here. And those 16 or 18 cent contracts end up printing pretty hard. So I add a couple where I'm comfortable. I don't put my whole account in it, but I add a little bit, $16, $18, $20 till we get there. And we've now got more clearly on the list. So going into tomorrow, where do I see Microsoft going? Fridays are very pivotal days for Microsoft. I'm going to zoom out to a 1 hour here. We can see where we're at. So we're at Thursday. Let's go back to last Friday, 10-1. We get another day like this right here. And Microsoft is going to be well over 300 tomorrow. This movement, we're looking at a 281 to 289, a $9 move. We're currently sitting at 295. We could easily bust 300 tomorrow. Now, let's go back another Friday, right? So that's 10-1. Let me pull up a quick calendar so I don't have to do much math. That puts us at the 24th. Let's go back to the 24th here. 24th, less impressive of a run, but you got a 296 to 299, almost 300 run. Not terrible for the end of September. We go back another 7 days. That puts us, 14th? Roundabouts the 14th there, from 21 to 14. And this is what we see on that Friday. We see a nice spike from a low. And keep in mind, we're talking about from a low point to a high point here on market open. So a low of like 297, peaking up to, say 302-ish. So we're going to get the ability here to get these $6 moves to the upside. And we've seen this happen time and time again. Now, if we look at from this one at close, 297 up 301, so $5-6. So if you're in call options like me, we're not completely dead. And what does look promising is in the after hours, we are seeing price action to the upside on Microsoft. We're seeing a little bit of buying pressure. What was frustrating for me to watch was that as Microsoft went up, Tesla went down. When Tesla went up, Microsoft went down. I really hated to watch that. It was super frustrating to just be in both of them and just be pulling my hair out. Like, just freaking move already. But it just didn't want to move. So tomorrow I expect to see, perhaps, since I don't want to burn the day trade, I'll probably just hold them. Even if it dips down to 8 or 9 cents a contract, we'll probably just hold on to these and see if we can't get past 300. Now, if it looks like it's going way down, cut your loss. Just get up out of it. But Microsoft on a Friday, 0 day to expiration call option, this 300 right here, this 300 could print really, really hard. If we get a $6 to $7 move on Microsoft tomorrow, game over on 300 strike ops. They're gonna print ridiculous if you swung them. Now, if your average is $1, then you're screwed. Let's be honest. But if you bought them today, your average is likely somewhere between 12 and 30 cents. And, we could be fine. We'll see how it plays out in the morning. So don't take it as financial advice as to what to buy. Just look at what has happened here. At one point in the day, it was up $500 on this play. And then we just held on to it and rode it out until now. We can see in the corner here, you're down 60%, 1100. But that's unrealized. Tomorrow, we get a movement like this. This was at close. So tomorrow, if we get a movement to the upside at the bell and we're up at all, 296, 297, 298, 299, we are golden. We only have to hit like $300.60 or so for these to be in the money. I'm actually going to pull that up for you right now. I always like to pull up these on Robinhood because the UI is so much nicer. So much nicer. So I'm going to pull this sucker up here, the 300 strike. Our break even here is sitting at 312 cents. We barely have to break 300. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and put 312. That's my in the money alert. We're going to go ahead and set, but we don't have to be in the money to print money, right? And even if we just recover, my average is 28 cents. Even if we recover that, that's great. And if you're buying it in the morning and opens at 20 cents, it goes to 28, bro, that's almost 50%. So play it safe, play it smart. Hope everyone has a great Friday tomorrow. We're going to be live tomorrow morning and every morning for market open, probably around 9:15, I'll go live and we'll stream it for a few hours. See how you do. It's an exciting day. So I'll see you then. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments, make some money. I'll see you on the other side.